Here we go. Woo, okay. I guess I can have that on, actually. I'll just read through it. I don't need to cap it, you know, so you see it. Shows. Yeah, but I need to get it on the other screen and then blah, blah, blah. It's a blag. But you can, I'll say it so you can hear. Okay. Spirit changes. The last thing we'd like to talk about today, oh yeah, the last thing, are the changes coming to the spirit in the 3.4.0 update. So there were no PTB for this either, just doing it. The spirit has been a polarizing subject recently, with lots of players finding her to be frustrating to play against. All right. We also noticed that she appears to be performing far above expectations. With this in mind, we have made a few adjustments that should make her feel fairer for everyone. Okay. So, collision during Yamaoka's haunting. I'll just say the collision with Spirit Phase, right? Currently, the Spirit maintains her collision while using her power. Since phasing prevents the Spirit from seeing survivors, anytime she bumps into something she can't see, she immediately knows the survivor is there. This takes a big part of the skill and counterplay out of the equation, allowing her to know exactly where someone is before reappearing. With this in mind, we've removed collision from the Spirit while she is using her power. So standstill is now a mind game, but for survivors. I thought it wasn't one. I'm poking at that because of so many threads about standing still in a mind game. Window vaulting animation. Although the spirit appears to climb through a window from the killer's perspective, a survivor currently sees her stand at the window briefly before phase. Oh, that's gonna be rough. It's a nice little thing that they had that, but yeah, I had a feeling that would probably go. This left the survivors with very little time to react, leaving the survivor to guess whether. Yeah, isn't that the point? Standstill is still a thing, though. How? Is there an indicator when she's going to the phase? I guess we'll see. Leaving the survivor to guess whether she's actually vaulting the window and hope for the best. The spirit will now play a vaulting animation from the survivor's perspective. So 0 mind game at windows, because you know she's going over them, right? Adjusted speed curves and post phase. Speed curves. So what that means is how it's like with Leatherface. He has a speed curve. When you start your chainsaw, you actually go down in speed and then go quicker, so it gives them even more time to go forward, which means that your phase, I haven't read it yet, but I'm guessing it means that your phase technically is slower because it starts slower. I'm guessing. Let's see. The spirit currently retains her phasing speed for a short period of time after exiting her power before returning to her normal 4.4. Oh, okay, so yeah, at the end. We have altered this curve to be more gradual, similar to the Wraith. Similar to the Wraith. So instead of her keeping her speed for longer, she has it for less, which means that her lunges are shorter, is what I'm getting from that. What do you think? Slightly nerfed. I've heard that before. Lowers her speed post-phase. I guess we'll see with that. There's more. Problematic add-ons. Okay. Katana Tsuba. Decrease the post-phase. Which one is this? Katana Tsuba. Let's have a look. I know how they look, but I don't know their names. Katana Tsuba. Oh, that thing. Really? These are the problematic ones? Decrease the post-phase speed boost duration from 0.25 to 2. So a bit less. And the Wacky Zashi, which is I think the same thing, reduced it from 5 to 0.3. These add-ons allow the spirit to cover large distance very quickly after phasing. By toning these add-ons down, she will now need to be closer to the survivor after phasing in order to follow up and get a hit. But that's also added on to the speed curve, remember. The speed curve looks like it's going to be a nerf to the overall reappearance and lunge. And then added on to that, even lesser one, right? So her lunge is going to be even lesser, right? Not lesser to an extent where she has nothing, but compared to what it was, right? That's what it looks like anyway. What am I reading? The dev update about Spirit Nerf, which I knew were going to happen. I said 100%. And I didn't have inside info, I just knew. These add-ons allow the Spirit... Oh, I said that, didn't I? Okay, so... Yaku Yoki Amulet. I think I know what this one is. That's this one, innit? Yep. This is a good one for her. Removed recharge modifier. So she doesn't have the recharge thing. So, moderately increases the haunting power recovery speed is gone, right? So it just has haunting movement speed and duration, I believe. Increased haunting duration from 1 second to 3.5. So that's a buff to the haunting duration. Decreased the speed from +10 to... Wait, what? To -15. Wait, so this new one... Wait, what? I don't get this. Wait, what? This doesn't give... It increases the haunting duration by 3.5 seconds, but it decreases the speed by 15%. Minus 15%. Why would you not just use this? I don't get it. Haunting duration. It increases duration a lot longer. Moderately. Considerably. What? Does it? She still gets a speed buff, but it's not as good now. I don't get it. It just says from +10 to -15. So I don't know, whatever. This add-on increased various aspects without any trade-off, making it a clear choice for any loadout. I never used it. This change gives the add-on a more unique identity, trading movement speed for extra duration. I don't get it. Oh! I get it. Okay. It's going to change. So, this is going to go to tremendously increases haunting duration. And let's say slightly. I bet this is slightly decreases haunting movement speed. That's how I've worded it. Tell me if I'm right. Tremendously increases haunting duration, slightly decreases speed. That's how they're going to word it. Let's see if I'm right. Because that's not slightly, that's a lot on the speed. At least should be moderately. Okay, so that's that one. I get it now. White hair ribbon. Decreased charge speed bonus from 30 to 20. Decreased charge speed bonus from 50 to 30. This is bloody hair breach. Prayer beads. Prayer beads. The big one. Phasing sound effect is now global and can be heard anywhere in the map rather than silent. Okay. By far, the most controversial add-on, Prayer Beads Bracelet would previously hide the sound effect that would play when the spirit is facing outside of a husk terror radius. This meant, well, Gen Grabber Spirit won't be a thing anymore, most likely. No, it won't be. It literally, you can't grab people off gens now, because if they are smart, they'll just stand, phase stops, go back on gen. Zero chance to grab people off gens if they play smart now. You just listen for the phase, stand up, wait, phase stops, go back on gen. Gem Grabber Spirit's gone. Prey beings bracelet will previously had the sound alert. The spirit is facing outside the husband. This means that survivors were constantly at the risk of being pulled off a generator, see, with no warning or chance to react. By making this sound global, survivors need to be on edge as they won't know whether she's near them. This allows the survivor to choose if they want to take a risk, continue what they're doing, or if they want to play it safe and move away. These changes will be introduced in... When is this update? Well, there you go. There you go. So, Gen Grabber Spirit with the strongest build in the game. No more, is it? So, most likely Nurse is back at the top again. With her builds, most likely. Is Spirit still second? I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. There's nothing too crazy. The collision one will be bigger than people think, most likely. You're going to be going through survivors. They could literally, like, be at a pallet. And they could be at either side of that pallet, and you have no idea. Or maybe they're not at the pallet. That collision thing is going to be bigger than people realize. The window thing will be lesser, but it still is a bit of an impact. And then you've also got the slowdown after coming out of phase, which will it will cause issues. You know, you'll just miss that lunge, you'll just miss that hit, and then you're at 110% until you get your charge back. It will definitely do stuff. I guess we'll see. I guess next Ghostface, right? Final Heartbreak, thank you for the 100 bits. Just use Prey Beads with a duration add-on to slow the game down potentially for an extra 5 to 7 seconds, yeah. Biorbi, thank you for the 25 bits. If they're doing that, Spirit Ghostface is definitely getting nerfed eventually. Yeah, he will. He will. I'm thinking he's next. Final Heartbreak, thank you for the 100 bits. Prey Beads will be fun. Minus Spine Chill being ran more now. The discussion we've had in chat. Oh, okay. Adrenaline, thank you for the 300 bits. Cool Connor for the 10 bits as well. They are removing the collision during the Spirit's phase. Yep. Adrenaline, thanks for the 200 bits. Final Heartbreak for the 200 bits as well. As said, Korku, thank you for them 5 gifted subs. You a beautiful person. I appreciate it, man. Alright, let's do the